Hey, I'm Rob for JestaThaRogue and these are my top 10 overrated games. Now, I'm not saying these games are bad. Now, I'm not saying all of these games are bad. I'm just saying that probably you like them a lot more than I do. So, with that in mind, please be polite in the comments and let's take a look at the list.
Number 10.
Now, I'll keep this one short and low on my list because it's right over there. In Blood Rage, control a Viking clan, draft cards and use them to upgrade and fight to win the most glory in battle and in death. Now, I first played this with 3 players and immediately reread the rulebook assuming we've got something wrong because the game was so basic, but we didn't. It was just a nothing game. We played it again, nothing. Turns out it needed 5 players to be tolerable. Now, if this was cubes and discs, no one would be talking about this game at all. It's all looks and only a little bit of substance. But I can't be too harsh on it. That would make me a hypocrite.
Number 9.
Now, in all fairness to this game, this is the second best game of all time, called Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders Duel is a game for 2 players. Draft from face-up cards that do pretty much the same as the bigger version of the game. Now, this game is in the top 20 on BGG, around 30 places higher than Seven Wonders. Now, I know 2-player games are popular and we do need them, but come on now. The 2 alternate win conditions are nice, but the rest, nah, pass. Well, that's it. Move on.
Number 8.
Now, what advice do cows give about playing this game? Turn the udder cheek and move on. In Great Western Trail, you play as a rancher, herding cattle from Texas to Kansas and shipping them off to their death. Now, there is loads to do and loads of ways to score points. You can get cattle, build buildings, focus on your train or any combination of them, as well as other things. But why? I admit, I love this game after 1 or 2 plays, but subsequent plays have left me feeling nothing. I'm sure there's still fun to be had, but I struggled to find it after just 3 plays. There was an expansion. Yay! Didn't hear much about it, so I gave it a miss and sold my copy off to some sucker. Also, the big cow strategy is too powerful, so I'm told. Don't come to me for strategy.
Number 7.
What's worse than playing an average game once? Playing it 11 more times. Pandemic Legacy is a game played over 12 months and an evolving story that I won't spoil, but it's basically Pandemic you're made to play. A lot. Now, to be fair, I don't mind Pandemic. I just don't want to play it again after playing it once. That's the problem with legacy games and campaign games. So many games, so little time. Some, like Arcadia Quest, I can play back to back to back, but Pandemic over any other game? No, sir. Also, the game being ranked so high on BGG could be a bad thing. Making people pay over £50 for a game with a limited lifespan, it could be off-putting. Yes, they'll have fun, lots of fun, and if you love Pandemic, this is going to blow your mind. And obviously it's done okay, and the story isn't too bad, but it's still just Pandemic.
Number 6.
Now here's a clue. Boring 1. Although I think Codenames is 2 words. Playing teams with a spy master giving clues to get their team to pick out the right words in the grid for their team first. Now what should happen is this. Bird 2. That one? Yes. That one? Ah no, innocent bystander, hard luck. Your turn, fellow spy master. But what actually happens is this. No, screw you, Noob Master 69. Bird 3. Okay, that one? No, assassin, we lose. Not much party in that party game there.
Number 5.
So some games have family-friendly games to play with young children. So Stone Age has My First Stone Age, Catan has Catan Junior, and Suburbia has the Castles of Mad King Ludwig. In My First Suburbia, you build a castle or something. No idea, never played it. Sure, Suburbia Junior looks pretty, but where's the fun? Cue the Master Builder. I saw people playing this and the table was still and silent as the Master Builder did their thing. There was so little happening on those tables, they could have been playing Codenames. This isn't a still image you're watching, it's a video. Now, Suburbia Sesame Street Edition doesn't do anything for me. I'll stick to my grown-up version, thank you very much.
Number 4.
Now, not all games need to be super deep and complex to be good. Some could be your basic gateway games and still be enjoyable. Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement game set in the Dungeons and Dragons world where players are trying to get their lord to control Waterdeep. Okay, I love this game the first couple of times I played, but I played it as a true gateway game into Eurogames and worker placement games. It was really good for that. It's also great looking. The options, the art, that insert, the theme, and the space that allows you to be the first player in the next round. I'd never seen that in a game before, it blew my mind. Then it kept getting stuffed under my nose, it became an in-joke asking me if I wanted to play it. I'd progressed, I'd moved on, I had real Eurogames to play now. No, I don't want to play it, no, I don't want to try it with the expansion. I don't care if it makes the game better, I want to play a proper Euro. I'm all grown up now.
Number 3.
Now, I've already mentioned 3 games on this list that are all looks and no substance, so let's look at a game from a company who could use that as their tagline. Scythe is set in an alternate 1920s Europe where you build mechs for combat but also farm for resources with the goal to be the nation with the most money. Now, I don't mind a bit of confrontation in my Euros. If you steal my space, my resource or another generic thing, that's fine, but killing my guys and stealing my resources? No, not for me. I don't know, I just found it so average and people loved it. It also takes too long. Now, this is a game where the player count always fills up to the max, so you never really get a short game of it. Yawn. I'm not a dudes on a map fan, but I don't like combat that much unless it's done in a certain way. Nice looking game though.
Number 2.
So I've been talking a while now, my throat's a bit dry, so I'm just going to take a nice drink of milk, except I've ran out, so I wish I had a cow so I could milk that, hey? I can always go to the shop and get some, but I haven't got any money, so I probably need to grab some cash on the way. Oh hey, speaking of milking cows and cash grabbing. In Terraforming Mars, you're Terraforming Mars, the clue's in the name. Now I'm at the point in this list where I don't really have anything nice to say. It is a contrived, underproduced game. I mean, at least that makes a change for this list. I don't understand why it's played so often. I find it really average. There must be something, but I can't see it. It's just uninteresting. It's also had 5 expansions in 2 years, but you know, cash grab. But hey, at least it'll be over soon. What the f...
And now, number 1.
Bag building! Sorry, I was just thinking about the next game and fell asleep. All he owns is a deck building game that came out when people started to hate deck building games, so they ditched the cards, called it bag building to get around it, and you all fell for it. Now I played this and I thought, I literally don't remember anything about this game except you put round tokens in circles. I completely forgot about the tracks and the map until I looked at my review to remind me what this game was about. But then people kept talking about it and I really couldn't understand why. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about this game now because thinking about it is making me sleepy. So that's my list. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these games. Also, let me know games that you don't like that everyone else seems to love. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTRPodcast and find the blog at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka JestaThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.